Heart of Steel is an ambitious, sci-fi driven two-parter with clever, high-quality storytelling, solid animation, and strong voice acting. Part 1 introduces the problem while leaving our hero in an almost literal cliffhanger. In the production order, it's also the introduction of Barbara Gordon, the future Batgirl. Late one night, Wayne Enterprises is infiltrated by a robotic briefcase, left there earlier by a mysterious woman. It sprouts metal legs and an eyeball, then covertly makes its way into a vault to steal the highly advanced protein silicon wafer chips. Later called Wetware, these prototype chips are said to be the missing link between computer and human thought. With Bruce already in the building, he discreetly changes into the Batsuit and pursues the briefcase. After losing it when it transforms into a rocket, the chips are delivered to the same woman who dropped off the robotic thief. Later, the police and Wayne discuss that the only other person working on artificial intelligence at this level is Carl Rossum, an old friend of Bruce who went into semi-seclusion after his daughter passed away. Wayne visits Rossum at the headquarters of his company, Cybertron Industries. There, he's introduced to Rossum's most pioneering project to date, HARDAC, the holographic analytical reciprocating digital computer. Also there is Rossum's assistant, Randa Dwayne. Looking to get more information about HARDAC, he invites her over for a late dinner, but things take a turn when another break-in at Wayne Enterprises is reported, and Randa is left alone at Wayne Manor. There are a lot of influences that seemed to inspire this episode. 2001: A Space Odyssey, Blade Runner, and Invasion of the Body Snatchers, just to name a few. Even Transformers gets a shout out with the name of Rossum's company. I love how this is given two parts to tell the full story, as that has it come off as a bigger scale narrative than most of the episodes prior. As for part 1, it's a lot of setup, but that's not a negative at all. The pacing from scene to scene is perfect and creates an exciting cinematic flavor to the episode. There are a lot of tense moments where cross-cutting is used to showcase the stealthy actions and mysterious motivations of the antagonists. Meanwhile, Batman and anyone else on the other side are left trying to play catch-up to get to the bottom of this conundrum before it's too late. The animation for both parts was done by the Japanese studio Sunrise. It looks really good, with fluid movement and a high level of detail, including heavy shadows that are needed for important parts of the story. However, this is one of the episodes on the Blu-ray release that maintains a high level of cell dirt that became a little distracting at a few points. Writer Bryn Stevens wrote 6 episodes across the series and handled a few big Batgirl stories later. Barbara Gordon makes her first appearance here, so her connection to that character is obvious. And the future Batgirl is more than just a cameo in this story. We get to see Commissioner Gordon introduce her and her first interaction with Bruce.
Barbara, come in. You've grown. It's been, what, 4 years?
Considering what happens later on with these two characters in this continuity, that's kind of gross. But at the time, it was just interesting to hear that Bruce knew Barbara well before her transformation into Batgirl. Kevin Altieri hit another home run with the direction of both parts, but for a guy with a litany of such high-quality episodes to his name, that's no surprise. The voice acting and music are also great as usual, making even part 1 alone a complete package.
Stay put? I don't think so.
William Sanderson voices Carl Rossum here, and everything about his involvement in the story is a great callback to J.F. Sebastian, his character in the original Blade Runner film. Speaking of which, spoilers from here on out. As the plot becomes clearer, we see that HARDAC has been making duplicates of people for a yet unknown purpose. HARDAC's name, voice, and red light are a clear homage to HAL from 2001.
Some people in high places are becoming too curious about this operation. They must be dealt with.
The first duplicant we see emerge from his creation chamber is James Gordon. In a fantastic and creepy reveal shot, Randa and the duplicant Gordon arrive at the Commissioner's home.
Yes? What the devil?
When the duplicant replaces Gordon, Barbara can tell something's off right away.
Don't you like the roast, Dad?
It's fine.
That's practically all you've said since last night.
When Bruce is called away from his date with Randa, she knocks out Alfred, making her the show's ultimate villain, and invades the Batcave, discovering Batman is in fact Bruce Wayne. When the Dark Knight returns and tries to access the Batcomputer, it leads to a standout moment.
Computer, scan Batcave for me.
We end there with Batman's own tech turning against him. He's hanging midair from a pair of robotic arms that were set up earlier in the episode. I absolutely love how this all played out. The homages and little Easter eggs for sci-fi fans were the icing on the cake to a really strong first part. But does part 2 hold up just as well and form a high-caliber complete story? Find out next time on Batmay.